Hello, this is Bob Gray Sr. Welcome to Ministry Moments, YouTube, and go and subscribe there. That way you'll get this every week of the world. I've been on Sunday school, on purpose on Sunday school, making available to you the Sunday School Course 1. You can go to Independent Baptist Online College and you can sign up for that first for $50. Now, this is an offer. I'm trying to emphasize Sunday school because the importance of it is just beyond anything that we can comprehend. I've viewed it firsthand. I've saw the Sunday School Foundation that built the great First Baptist Church of Hammond. And in history, Dallas Billington, 1969, 9,000 in Sunday school. And he rebuked a reporter and said, "No, I'm not the world's largest church. I'm the world's largest Sunday school." And he knew and emphasized that. Curtis Hudson, Forest Hills Baptist Church, and Lee Robertson, Highland Park. And by the way, those two churches don't exist now. Those last three that I mentioned don't exist now because of the fact they got away from this teaching and the truth about small Sunday school classes and a graded Sunday school program and an aggressive soul winning program. And a good soul winning program understands what evangelism is. Soul winning, cold turkey. And I'm for it, do it all the time. Find a total stranger, lead them to Christ, get them plugged into a Sunday school class. But the evangelism part is where they're in your world already. You know them. You go to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with them, and you eat with them. You cohabitate with them at work, and so because of that, you get your family, you get people that already know you. You can get them to come to that small Sunday school class. So this is the last one I'm going to teach on this. I hope this has not been boring to you because this is a subject near and dear to my heart. And I know it was near and dear to Brother Hyles' heart. All right. By I get through here, these four sessions that we're going to, four broadcasts, I'm going to give you 20 different points. So you'll have to go back and figure them all out, won't you? But this is the last one. What did Sunday school best accomplish from Brother Hyles' viewpoint? All right. Number one, he wanted to be a place where people were pastored. Think about it. 100,000 members. Think about that for a while. Think about 20,000 in Sunday school. Could Brother Hyles pastor all 20,000? Absolutely not. Now, I'm telling you, when you sat there and heard him preach, you thought he was talking, it was just you and him. But he pastored 800 Sunday school teachers who pastored the 20,000. Now, that's exactly the way that it worked and exactly the way it'll work in your church, in any church. Sunday school. It's a place, what did it accomplish? It was a place where people were pastored. Next, he wanted to be a place that birthed other ministries. It birthed other ministries. And you have to divide in order to multiply. You just have to. You say, "Oh, my Sunday school teacher's not visiting, their absentees." They got too many on the roll. That's one reason. Divide that class so that you can multiply and start new Sunday school classes and get people involved. You know, there's some people who have been sitting in our pews now for 20 years that could have been teaching Sunday school a long time ago. Their calling in life is not to sit in that class for 20 years. No, it's not. Number three, he wanted to be a place where people had fun. This is where the fellowships, the quarterly fellowships, or however you want to do it. But it was fun. And it was meant to be fun. It was meant to let your hair down. It was meant to do that, for them to be cared for and loved, but a place of belonging, but a place where they could have fun. So that's number one. He wanted to be a place where people were pastored. 100,000 members, not going to work. 20,000 in attendance, you can't pastor them. You can preach to them, but you can't pastor them. Now, he was great at the preaching aspect of it, but he pastored 800 who pastored 20,000. Just the way that it works. He wanted to be a place that birthed other ministries. Many ministries have been born from the fact of an aggressive graded Sunday school program. He wanted to be a place where people had fun. He wanted to be a place where people received personal attention. Oh, that's so important. You know, if you have a small number and somebody's missing, they'll be missed. If it's a large number and they're missing, they're not going to be missed. And look, when you got a lot of people, out of sight, out of mind, after 2 weeks, you've moved on. Not that you don't care. It's not that you're cold and callous. It's just you've got so many people you're trying to care for. all of a sudden they slip through the cracks. And you can't afford that. You can't afford it. As hard as it is to get people saved, as hard as it is to get people baptized and get people involved, you can't afford to let that happen. All right. So he wanted to be a place where people receive personal attention. He wanted to be a place where people got to know the pastor. They get to know the pastor through the Sunday school teacher. Don't forget now, Brother Hiles pastored the 800. The 800 pastored the 20,000 because there were 20, 25 per class. You got it? Okay. Now, those 800 knew Brother Hiles better than those who sat in the Sunday school class. Who best to represent the pastor than the Sunday school teacher? So the Sunday school teacher is being pastored by the pastor, is going to pastor those people and point them to the man of God. You always point them to the man of God. Sooner or later, they're going to need the man of God. And you have preacher for lunch. Your kids are sitting there listening to you, run him down. And when it comes time of crisis in their life, they're not going to go to him because you ran him down. So he can't help you. He can't help them. So next, he wanted it to be a place where people get to know the pastor. And then the last point, aren't you proud of me? Last point. He wanted it to be a place where people's salvation was personally dealt with. Personally dealt with. What a great opportunity. You have 20 that show up. You have 2 that have been brought, the evangelism part, have been brought from coworkers and family members and neighbors, and they're sitting there. What a great opportunity to put the hook in there and lead them to Christ. What a great opportunity. Sunday school. What does Sunday school accomplish? Brother Hiles wanted to be a place where people were pastored. That's important. He wanted to be a place that birthed other ministries. He wanted to be a place where people had fun. Now, let your hair down, have a good time, joke with each other. He wanted to be a place where people received personal attention. The burdens are, we pray for Brother so-and-so. His daughter is very ill, or he's lost his job, or whatever. And I mentioned an illustration last week. We've had many people who lost a job and got a new job because of somebody they met in Sunday school that worked at a place that was hiring. He wanted to be a place where people got to know the pastor through the Sunday school teacher. Don't forget, the pastor pastors the Sunday school teachers who pastor the bulk of the people in small numbers. And so they're able to point them to the man of God because they've counseled with the man of God. They've gone soul winning with the man of God. They have a close connection with the man of God. And what an opportunity to point that out when you teach Sunday school. And the last point, he wanted to be a place where people's salvation was personally dealt with, an opportunity to give the gospel, an opportunity to see people saved. Again, understand the teaching here. Soul winning, cold turkey, never saw them before, get them saved, pick them up, get them to church, and plug them into Sunday school class. That's soul winning. Evangelism. I've had neighbors for 5-10 years. I've worked with this guy 20 years or so. I've got family members that are unsaved, but we interact with each other, and I get them to come to a Sunday school class. Maybe I have a Sunday school promotion, and I get them to come and say they're unsaved. What an opportunity in a small setting for the pastor of the class, basically what he is, a Sunday school teacher, he has an opportunity at the end where he gives the gospel and people are saved. We've had many walk the aisle in the main service because they got saved in Sunday school and walk the aisle in the main service. God bless you. Go to Independent Baptist Online College. Don't forget the special that we're offering. You lucky people, you could take Sunday school course 1 for $50, $50. You have to have Sunday school course 1 before you can get course 2 and course 3 in the class. If you're working for a degree, you have to do that. And I suggest if you're not, that you take them in that order: course 1, course 2, course 3. So go to Independent Baptist Online College, take advantage. There'll be a prompting there as to how to do it, and go ahead and sign up for that special Sunday school course 1 for $50, $50. Can't beat it. God bless you. Now we'll be back next week at 3:00 Central Time with our normal ministry moments ideas. And so I just wanted to take these past 4 sessions and emphasize this matter of Sunday school. Hope it's been a help, a blessing to you, tantalizing enough to where you want to take that course. God bless you. Have a great weekend.